Namaste, good morning. Namaste Shamla Didi. Namaste all. Welcome to the morning session.
जी नमस्ते सुनील जी, सभी को नमस्ते, गुड मॉर्निंग and welcome. So we are doing UHV 3 and we were doing lecture 2, and at the end of lecture 2 there were some points for self-reflection. In lecture 2 we are trying to see for our readiness for UHV 3 what we learned from the previous UHV workshop that we attended, if it has made a difference in our life, and to look at what to expect from UHV 3. This is what we were doing. So yesterday we had given these points for self-reflection. Perhaps you can answer in the chat how many of you were able to attempt this self-reflection for yourself. Yes or no, you can mention in the chat. Were you able to do this exercise at home yesterday or not? Neetuji is saying yes. Yes, others can also respond. If you were not able to do also, that's fine, you can respond. Some of, oh wow, Renika, this is 3 sheets are written. Very nice. Very nice. It is the exploration that is going to help us be able to see more and more.
I am exploring day by day. I am making what we are learning and what is need to be practiced here. We know that all these principles, all these things, or the thoughts, which is very important to us, we have to practice that things. So that I'm exploring day by day, practicing these rules, or the means the harmony rules or achievements rules here. So I have concentrated yesterday since morning that I found 3 points here, the 3 specific achievements. That first of all, I felt need of self-organization. Means everybody should organize yourself first for every activity. And next one is discipline. See discipline around us. As we know that we have learned from this that body is in harmony, means body is a system which is in a discipline, means body works in discipline way में करती है, but the self जो है वो थोड़ा सा indiscipline हो जाता है, क्योंकि हम we are interfacing with the peoples and the rest of the worlds. So we have to learn from the natures, from our body and other persons who are in discipline. And being a discipline, we can self-organized, and also we get a healthy body and healthy mind. Next, third one is patience. Patience is very much required in us, because we cannot get our aspirations, desires, or anything we want to solve. We need patience. As we know that a person who is a fat person and want to lose his weight, he knows everything. He studied very books. He go to YouTube channel. He sees and get every knowledge about how to lose weight. But after getting very much knowledge and with consultation with the doctors and taking medicines, he is still not losing his weight. It means there is a lacking of self-recognize from him, discipline from his side and patience from his side, and he is not determined, and he is not fully मतलब जो कहते हैं कि अच्छी तरीके से वो सब फॉलो अप नहीं कर रहा, वरना वो पतला हो जाएगा। बस थैंक यू। कुछ हो तो आप बता देना प्लीज। थैंक्स।
So this is what you're mentioning is what is important to you, you're saying.
Yes.
After UHV II, like when we say about the body, the health of the body, right? We learned in UHV II that for the self to be in harmony with the body, when the self has to have the feeling of self-regulation.
Yes.
So once the self has the right feeling, the feeling of self-regulation towards the body, then it becomes a natural process that the body will be in good health, because now the self will do whatever it takes to nurture the body, to protect the body, and to rightly utilize the body. So this is what you were saying, right?
Yeah,
so then there will be health in the body.
Yes.
So that is one thing, true. Another thing that you mentioned about harmony or the organization, self-organization. So you'll notice that there is already a pattern within us that whenever we have a feeling that is not naturally acceptable, we get disturbed. So we need to be able to see that, and we need to be able to have that harmony within us. We'll notice that we can have the right feeling. Whenever we have the right feeling, which is in line with our natural acceptance, we are calm, we are comfortable, we are in harmony. So some part of it, you can say that, really speaking, that is the choice we have. Otherwise, we keep getting disturbed. So question was, share 3 specific achievements that you may have noticed in yourself as an outcome of the exploration. So meaning, supposing if I get angry a lot, and after UHV II, I found that I am less angry. So like that, if you can share some 3 specific points, that some achievement that you think came to you after UHV II. So if you can elaborate on that would be nice.
Yes, sir. Before it, I make predictions on my assumption base. Now I am thinking, I want to know about it, means I do not accept what it is actually, means जो हमारे को बताया गया, that is a proposal here, and मैं उसको बिल्कुल एज इट इज अब एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर रहा, पहले एक्सेप्ट कर लेता था, अज्यूम कर लेता। नाउ तो राइट अंडरस्टैंडिंग के अनुसार मैं उसको अब मैं समझता हूँ उसको, चीजों को कि क्या है, व्हाट इज दिस। तो हाँ, इसलिए अब इस पहली चीज से हो गया। दूसरी चीज से जब मेरे को जब ये समझ में आ जाता है, तो सेकंड थिंग मेरी ये हो जाती है कि मेरे को जो मैं सोचता था कि माइंड में अपनी तरफ से पहले से फियर था या कुछ भी इस प्रकार का डिस्टर्बेंस हो जाता था, छोटी छोटी बातों को गुस्सा आ जाना, एंग्रीनेस आ जाना, दूसरे को समझ नहीं पाना, अपने आप को हम अच्छे हैं, यस आई एम गुड एंड आई हैव डन गुड, बट दूसरी साइड से अगर कुछ भी इस प्रकार से इशू हो जाए, हम सोचते हैं मैं डिसिप्लिन में हूँ एंड द नेक्स्ट पर्सन इज नॉट इन डिसिप्लिन, तो उसका रीजंस वो देखते हैं, तो हमें पहले से एज्यूम कर लेते हैं, नहीं उसने पहली बार आया, सपोज मैं हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट भी हूँ, तो फैकल्टी आया, वो रोज 3 दिन से मतलब लगातार देख रहा हूँ, वो हमेशा लेट आता है, तो हमेशा कोई ना कोई एक्सक्यूज बनाता है। तो 4th डे भी मैंने यही एज्यूम कर लिया कि आज ये फिर बहाना बनाएगा, और रियली मैंने उसकी फर्स्ट डे बात सुनी थी, उसके बाद सेकंड डे थर्ड डे नहीं सुनी, लेकिन मैंने उसको 5th डे जो है मैंने उसकी बात सुनी, समझा, तब देन आई तब मुझे नोज हुआ कि उसकी रियली प्रॉब्लम्स है, तो मैंने उसको सॉर्ट आउट किया। वो डेली लेट होता था क्योंकि घर से लेट चलता था और लेट उठता था, लेट रात तक सोता था। तो मैंने उसको ये प्रायोरिटी बेस पे कहा कि कॉलेज पे अगर आप टाइम से नहीं आओगे तो अब की बार नेक्स्ट टाइम, क्योंकि मैंने यहाँ थोड़ा सा मैंने कहा अगली बार आप टाइम से नहीं आए तो गार्ड्स जो है मेन गेट से वो आपको अंदर नहीं आने देगा। एक दिन आप घर वापस जाओगे तो दोबारा नहीं आओगे, इसलिए आप जल्दी अर्ली मॉर्निंग उठो। आप 6 बजे उठते हो तो 5:30 बजे उठो, 5:30 बजे उठते हो तो 5 बजे उठो, उठना पड़ेगा। ये था सेकंड थिंग, मीन्स दूसरे को भी कहा, ये थोड़ा फोर्सली भी कहा, लेकिन उनको थोड़ा अंडरस्टैंड हुआ। तो उसके बाद वो आ रहे हैं, वो अब वो टाइमली, देखो पहले नहीं आ पाते, अब वो टाइमली आ रहे हैं। तो क्या उन्हें लग गया कि अब उनको घुसने नहीं दिया जाएगा। पहले वो सोचते थे कोई बात नहीं, लेट हो गए तो 1-1.5 घंटे का हाफ शॉर्ट लीव लगेगी, चल जाएगा, बट ऐसा नहीं हो सकता। फिर इसके बाद
And when
इसमें
you told him this, were you getting angry or disturbed, or you were telling calmly?
नहीं, मैंने कामली बोला, बिल्कुल अच्छी तरीके, मतलब प्यार से सब कुछ बोला कि ऐसे ऐसे कर गया होगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम में आपको ऐसा, मतलब एंग्री ने बिल्कुल गुस्सा नहीं किया मैंने, मतलब क्योंकि मेरा देखिए जो बात बोलनी है साफ बोलो, बिना गुस्सा हुए। मैं चिड़ा नहीं, कुछ नहीं हुआ, लेकिन मैंने समझाया कि नेक्स्ट टाइम में ऐसे होगा, क्योंकि और लोग भी हैं, डिसिप्लिन मेंटेन करना है। आज एक फैकल्टी कर रहा है, क्योंकि ये मेरे लिए एक हार्ड वर्क, जैसे ही मेरे को एचओडी बनाया गया तो मुझे पहले से ही बता दिया गया था टॉप मैनेजमेंट ने कि ये 3-4 लोग हैं, ये आपको मदन सिंह जी ये आपको डिस्टर्ब करेंगे, इनको ये जो है लोकल्स हैं, लोकल समझ गया मैंने कि उसी एरिया के लोग हैं, तो ये अपनी मनमानी करते हैं, ये अप्रोच से यहाँ जॉब पे लगे हुए, तो ये इसलिए इनको थोड़ा सा आपने टैकल करना है। तो वो थोड़ा सा एक पॉजिटिव माइंड उनके माइंड में सेट बैठ गया अच्छी तरह, क्योंकि उनको उनके माइंड में जो भी थी वो बात उनको क्लियर कर दी थी, मैंने बताया उनको। तो ये सॉर्ट आउट हुआ है।
वेरी नाइस।
हाँ हाँ, और थर्ड थिंग जो मैं ऑर्गेनाइज डिसिप्लिन का ये था एक, और चीज जो कॉलेज के अंदर भी मैंने कई चीज देखी थी कि जो रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशंस बने हुए हमारे कॉलेजेस के, है ना, तो वो मेंटेन नहीं हो रहे थे। और जब मेंटेन नहीं हो रहे तो सारा डिस्टर्बेंस होगा ही होगा, सारा वर्क लोड मतलब इधर उधर हो जाता, सारी चेंजेस हो जाती है। हम लोग हर कोई ये चाह रहा था कि जैसे चल रहा है वैसे चलता रहे, मतलब एज्यूम कर रहे थे पहले एज इट वाज गोइंग वैसा ही होता रहे, नई चेंजेस उसके अंदर नहीं आए। तो अब ये बताइए, इफ हम इसी कॉन्सेप्ट में अगर चलते रहे, जैसा चलता है वैसे चलता रहेगा, तो प्रोग्रेस और डेवलपमेंट क्या चीज है हमें पता है, डे बाय डे साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी और चीजें चेंज पे चेंज होती जा रही है हमसे हर तरीके से। तो हम लोग अपने आप को क्यों नहीं चेंज करते, अपने आप को डेवलप क्यों नहीं करते? क्योंकि समस्या पहले थी, हैं और रहेगी, प्रॉब्लम्स इशू थे, हैं और रहेंगे। तो हमें अपने आप को डेवलप करना पड़ेगा और हमें अपने आप से शुरुआत करनी पड़ेगी, ये मैंने इसलिए समझा। इनिशिएटिव लेना पड़ेगा। आई कांट वेट कि कोई आए और वो मुझे आके बताए समझाए कि भाई नॉलेज मेरे को आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया, मैंने नो कर लिया है, तो अब मेरा वर्क फर्ज बनता है कि मेरे एंड से जितनी मेरी कैपेसिटी है, जितनी मेरी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है और जितनी मेरी पावर है, उतना तो मैं उसको करूं। मैं अपना एरिया तो ठीक करूं, अपना आसपास का एरिया अपने आप को तो ठीक करूं, क्योंकि ये दूसरे के लिए मोटिवेशनल पॉइंट बन जाएगा। और अगर मैं खुद नहीं करूंगा दूसरे कैसे करेंगे? तो वो चीजें मैंने वहां करना शुरू कर दिया है। अब उसके लिए मैं एक चीज और सोच रहा हूँ। पहले मैं ये सोचता था मैम कि उनको बुरा लग गया, मीन्स व्हाट दे से। अब मैं नहीं सोचता, मुझे पता है दिस इज राइट, तो राइट ये करना है तो करना है। अब वो चेंजेस लानी पड़ेगी, सब कुछ चेंजेस करना पड़ेगा। मैं सुबह नहीं उठ पाता था, आपको बताऊं सिंपली सी बात, मैं हमेशा खुद लेट हुआ करता था। आज 5 बजे का अलार्म लगाता हूँ, मैं 4:30 बजे या 4:45 आराम से उठ जाता हूँ, बिना अलार्म के उठता हूँ और हैप्पी रहता हूँ। अभी देख रहे हो आप, मैं फर्स्ट सबसे पहले हैंड रेज कर देता हूँ। मैं 5 बजे उठते ही मैं मीटिंग को जैसे ऑन कर देता हूँ। तो वो चीजें हैं, मतलब मेरे को अच्छा लगता है।
वेरी नाइस,
थैंक यू। और
regarding this first question, Didi, I was I was able to see yesterday that I am observing my thoughts and actions
Very
on a
nice.
regular basis now.
Mhm.
Earlier, earlier I was just living just like that, but never observing myself,
Mhm.
never observing my actions and thoughts. So now I am able to see that whatever I am doing, whatever I am thinking, I am always aware of those things that I am thinking or doing.
Mhm.
Second thing is that in I know preconditioning is there. So I thought that I am not motivated by preconditioning, but now because I am observing myself, I am seeing that yes, preconditioning is still somewhere guiding me.
Mhm.
There are certain things which, on the basis of my preconditioning only I am guided. So I have to work on that. I have to see how this preconditioning is affecting many things even today in
Can
me
you give
that
some
I can.
example for everybody to relate to
Mm,
about the preconditioning? Others may also
yeah,
see the similarity in them.
yeah, like the punctuality thing. I was my mother, my parents. They are very particular about time.
Mm-hmm.
So I never missed school or college. So this thing is very strongly imbibed in me that everybody should be punctual, and everybody can be punctual.
Mm-hmm.
So no one can be late
Mm-hmm.
due to the public transport or this. So if someone is late, and I have this strong feeling that he did this on his intention, or I do
Mm-hmm.
not take this very easily. This thing I think I have to work on this. That if
Mm-hmm.
someone is late, so
Mm-hmm.
so the third point here comes that I am able to see that I still doubt the intentions of the others. So
Mm-hmm.
yesterday I had a class, fourth lecture, and then after my class, the other teacher she did come to the class. I went to my cabin, and when I came back, the class was empty. So the teacher was not there. So
Mm-hmm.
I was like, why she came here just when I left the class? I asked the students, where is ma'am? So they said, ma'am, उनको कुछ काम था तो वो चली गई. Then I called her that why you left this class? 10 minutes have passed. So she said, ma'am, I had some other work to do. So I said, no, you can't leave the class like this. Corridor में तो इतना शोर हो गया.
Mm-hmm.
So she came, she left whatever she was doing and she came back. So after that, I realized maybe she had some other work also, maybe her HOD. I am from EC department, she is from CSC department. So I doubted on the intention of that teacher that she left her class intentionally, just to
Mm-hmm.
those 10-20 minutes. So I
Yes.
felt that my preconditioning and this doubt on intention of the other teacher, this led to what I did yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Very nice. See, this exploration, once you do this, now you will be able to see, were you disturbed or were you comfortable inside at that time?
yeah, I was comfortable. I mean,
When you
generally
were
now I am
actually,
not angry. Generally I
now
am not.
you're looking at it, of course, you're comfortable. When it was actually happening, were you disturbed or were you comfortable?
When I saw the class empty, that time I was disturbed
Yes.
because there
So
was
this,
so much noise in the corridor, in the classroom.
yeah,
So that
very
disturbed
nice.
me.
Yes.
So maybe then I also felt कि हमें लगता है कि class में हमेशा शांत. I mean, the class should always be, quiet and disciplined.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe preconditioning is there that I think that classes should always be disciplined and quiet, and there should be no noise in the corridors
Mm-hmm.
because there are other classes also and they are also disturbed.
Mm.
So
Nice.
this is what I feel about this question
Very
one.
nice.
And about the 10 key takeaways, Didi, it's a long answer. So I will put it briefly.
Maybe one or two takeaways you can give, then others
Oh,
can give their.
okay. So the first takeaway that I was able to take is that I am not just body, I
Very.
am self and body.
Mm-hmm.
So I was not aware of this before UHV, and most of the time and effort was for bodily needs only.
Mm-hmm.
I did when I did my first assignment about the desires and then listed the list desires and how much percentage for body and for self. Then that time also I realized that most of the effort is for bodily needs only. So this thing was the first key takeaway from UHV, that I have to work more about myself than body. Then second is that the real meaning of happiness. So earlier the meaning of happiness was different for me. I think for everybody it is different before UHV, but after UHV it is same for all. The real meaning of happiness, the state of being in harmony within. And it does not depend on others or on the outside world. And it is always required in continuity. This is the second thing that I have taken from UHV. Then this feeling of prosperity, having more than the required. We always wish, happy birthday, may you have a happy and prosperous birthday. But the real meaning of that happy and prosperous I could see only after UHV.
Nice.
To make my self-exploration regularly, I'm doing one thing, that maximum time I am conscious about my own observation, observing my imagination. I understand that self-exploration is the process for right understanding, and I am doing it intermittently, many times a day. And regarding achievements, I can say that I have developed already the self-confidence more in comparison to UHV at the time of UHV II. And achieving power means if problem comes and how to face it calmly, that I have developed a little during the UHV II, and now I think there is some improvement in it.
Very nice.
And about the key takeaways, I can say that self-exploration is the process for right understanding. And every human being is in search of happiness and prosperity in continuity. And as a human being, everybody should give more time for fulfillment of relationship rather than physical facility. And I understand that sanskar plays an important role for transformation from animal consciousness to human consciousness. And I also see that the body is an instrument for the self. And I give importance to family, and that is the best unit for harmony. And the foundation
too. I'm sorry, I couldn't get you. What did you just say?
Family.
Family.
Is the yes, basic unit of harmony. So if you want to feel the harmony, then in that case we must concentrate on our family. That is the basic unit. And the foundational value in a relationship is nothing but trust. So next, right evaluation of human being is nothing but paying respect. So no over evaluation or under evaluation, but right evaluation. And the maximum content of respect is that to have feeling of the other is similar to me. So my counterpart is no less than me, similar to me. And the individual goal of human being is to have a right understanding and right feeling, which will lead to happiness in continuity. So these are some of the takeaways I have.
Very nice that you have diligently, first of all, done this exercise, this assignment for yourself, and that you have written down all these key takeaways. I know it does take little time to get back to, reflecting on the proposals in UHV II. So it's really credible that you went through this. And of course, in your last time with the in the last exercise also, there were many sharings from you. So just one small thing I just wanted to mention, that when you said respect, the minimum content of respect is that we see the similarity. The maximum becomes where we see our complementarity also.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So very nice. I think we are all exploring, and that makes all the difference in our further, as we go further and further, we will find many points that even now, today, what we think we have understood may be part of some assumption. And then as we go further, we are able to clarify better and better for ourselves. And that matters because it improves our quality. So very
I never felt that, I never thought that I would be able to sit through the morning session, because morning is a quite hectic for me. I have to leave the house by 6:10 and 6:50 to catch the bus. So that prime time is 5:30 to 6:30 is the prime time. I really wanted to break that, which is an unwanted habit. I felt so. So once after I attended the UHV II, and I really thought that when everybody was talking, about the timings and all these things, normally I would also fall into that stream of telling that it's difficult in the morning. So I would have said no to it. But what I did was let me take a try. Let me do it and see. Let me see if it's possible. Maybe if it's possible, then I can continue and I can tell it across to the others. So that was a strong feeling which I developed after my UHV II. And the whole of the UHV II is, I would say that my UHV II is the first time when I did, I had certain things. There was some emergency and I wasn't able to attend for a day. So that is why my attendance dropped down and I couldn't complete my UHV II. The very first same day when I got the result, the very same day I enrolled for the next set of the next UHV II.
nice.
The very same day, the moment I enrolled it and I got registered, and that was a transformation, I would say. Until then, whatever in my UHV 1 or 2, though I would say that I'm a kind of person, I don't get agitated very easily, or I do get along with people quite well and all those things. But maybe that was something that I had a kind of a suppressed feeling. Maybe like I always wanted to give a feeling to others that I'm there for you, or like you can think of me and all those things. But at times I also keep, there was a kind of a disharmony also, because certain things which happens we don't like. But what so happens is I try to convince myself in doing certain things. And the UHV II, the second time which I attended, it was totally that I was there in the content with each and every content that was delivered. I was there, I totally dedicated, and I felt that the content is really awesome, and each and every individual should definitely give time to listen to this. And the third one is what I felt is like recently, like 2-3 days back, when one of my colleague happened to say that one of my sari that was wearing, like that was a gifted one. This is kind of an example. I think can I continue?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So I was wearing that and it was a gift given by somebody. And I somehow like people when they saw that, they said that this is not your kind of sari. I don't feel that this is your kind. Somebody has given. Yeah, I said, yeah, this was gifted by a person. So immediately there was a colleague. We usually mock and we spend time together. We pull people's leg and all those happen. So one of the colleagues said, this similar one. I got it in a different color. I had gifted to one of my maid. Immediately there was a thought, like normally immediately, oh my God, I'm wearing a similar kind of sari what you have gifted to that person. That thought, it came just for a small speck of time, and then immediately, I shifted myself and I told, So what is there? It doesn't mean that somebody else lower to me shouldn't wear this. And I started telling myself, what if somebody higher to me wears this, or somebody says that I saw a similar one wearing by another person who's of a higher cadre of me? Then I would have taken that with much of happiness. But the same thing, like when you say that somebody lower to you, there's a kind of a, maybe like it's a sensation, I would say. You feel a little uneasy. But I try to change my thought over there. And I felt that I'm not supposed to think in that way. It is something that every individual is the same, and it is something like each are each and everyone are equal. So I don't have to have that thought in mind. So what if somebody wears a similar kind? It might be a very, very small or very silly example also, but that was something.
No, it's not a silly example. In fact, we'll notice that, today when we say higher and lower,
yeah,
a lot of times we are referring to physical facility.
exactly.
Somebody who
Ex-
has physical facility more than us, we say they are higher. Somebody
Exactly.
who has physical facility less than us, we say they are lower. But is
Exactly.
that, that is also a preconditioning that is very strong in our growing up throughout, our focus is largely on physical facility. Of course, if we are assuming ourselves to be body, then we will try to get things through the body only. And so all of that which is linked to the body, we give more importance to that. Like in the previous
Yes.
sharing we were hearing, that
Yeah, yeah.
the needs of the self and the needs of the body, and our effort is on the body, but our need is in the self. So that
Exactly.
clarity, when we get and that shift starts happening, then it doesn't. Um, we become more. It
Mm.
becomes simple for us. Living
Yeah.
becomes simple. Now you don't have to think about who is coming to this function. So therefore,
Ex- yes.
have I worn these clothes before in front of them? Should I wear them again? All those questions die down
Exactly.
because it becomes very simple.
And when you are able to connect with the natural acceptance, there's a new confidence and stability. You find that
Nice.
there is a kind of a confidence that is you're building, and
Yes.
you're not enforcing others also. When I see the others also, like when they are, I mean, the UHV content doesn't reach every individual in the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in my own college also, I see some of the people just taking up the UHV content just like that, like it is something that you have to be with the content only then to get the exact, whatever the knowledge or the exact feeling that you get out of it. But some people just do it. But earlier there was a kind of, I used to feel a kind of, why are people doing so? But now I feel that maybe we need to give some time for them. So
Yes.
let them explore. We don't have to go and force them to do things.
True.
Maybe we'll help them to explore. Let's be complementary to the others. So
Yeah. And our
that is,
focus can be on us,
yes.
because the moment we are looking at the other, again, we are shifting our attention outside
Exactly.
and we may be ignoring ourselves,
Exactly.
not noticing what is going on within us. True.
Yeah.
Right. Thank you. If we can be crisp on on the achievements, like anything specific, any achievement you have noticed after the UHV II, like for instance, like earlier it was mentioned, anger got reduced or something. So if we can do that crisply, that will be nicer because many hands are raised. Yes, Yogita ji.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, yesterday I took off. I was at home only. Okay. And you gave this assignment. So, since last few days, I was really exploring myself. So yesterday we in the sense me and my husband had discussion, and we took out time to discuss. Okay, ma'am. So what I really felt that I was not getting sleep since last few days, or I would say for a month I was not getting proper sleep. The
Mhm.
reason was that I was evaluating papers and too much of time I was giving, the screen time was too much, right, ma'am? So, I really realized after a long discussion to explore, what is wrong with me, why I'm not, everything is, I feel like blocked. Okay. So yesterday we had discussion, even he took out, we have very good bonding, we discuss because he is a psychologist. So of course, but because lack of time is there, we are running after physical facility a lot unknowingly. For us, love is very important, but I really felt, and if in fact he also felt, I told a lot of problems. He is very cool, but for me it is like I'm very sensitive. But yesterday, after discussion, we felt that we are running after physical facility a lot. Why? Because I'm evaluating papers and I'm getting money for that. Okay. So, ma'am, I'm having everything, yet unhappy. I felt deprived. There is something which is missing. There is something which is missing. And we realize that, too much of screen, I'm taking time for, all these things, for evaluating papers, too much of money. When a lot of money, very good figure we see in our account, we feel good. Okay, but these were my papers only, so I have to correct it. Then I realized yesterday I got one proposal that you have to correct other papers, and those who are interested they can. So I got call from my HOD that these are the papers, around 400 papers are there, and very good amount, obviously if you calculate, very good amount will come. So I left that proposal, ma'am. Why? And I'm
Right.
satisfied also. So that I can give. We realize that we lack time. We will go for a holiday and we want to spend time for each other. So, I was satisfied, that, investing for physical facility, and, and we are not giving time for the fulfillment in the relationship. This is something very less, right?
Mhm.
We are like, I'm cooking food, we are eating together also, but we are not talking about ourselves, we are not talking about our relationship. There's nothing like, we are laughing, we are enjoying, or there is no wow moment, though we are not fighting also, but there is something which was lacking. We realize that. And there's like UHV, every time, in human values I have been told this, that there's always this word coming, there's something buzzing in my mind. So this is helping me to explore. So we came up with this solution that we'll go for holiday. Secondly, I gave the papers to my friend. I would say HOD. HOD gave it to my friend, the one who is going to sit beside me and correct the paper. And she will be getting very good amount. But it is okay for me. I mean, I have no problem. If she gets that amount also, I'm okay. I'm satisfied. I slept very well yesterday night.
Nice. Very nice.
Yeah. And thirdly, when I'm very sensitive. So if he used to tell me, be a good listener, be a good listener. I used to talk a lot, in between also. No, why did you say me this? Why did you tell me this? You are telling me to change my nature. All these things I used to say. But yesterday I realized that I had discussion instead of arguments. So, I have right feeling to be calm. This is also what I understood.
Very nice.
One last thing I would say, ma'am, that I have attended, everybody has attended so many workshops. I have also attended so many workshops. And but like this workshop where people are like 200 people are coming in the morning, they want to talk, I mean, people are in requirement of this like anything. Because when I sleep, I don't think that I have to get up and cook food, or I have to go, I have to run. I'm thinking that no, I have to wake up for UHV. I have to have answer to this question. That is also very good achievement. And one more thing, ma'am, that is I failed in UHV two to get the certificate now this time. Okay.
Mhm.
So, but immediately I registered, which is there on 10th. Even I feel that there is something which I'm missing. I want to hear it again. So it is also not a like something I lost. UHV one also I attended for two times just to get certificate. But third time I thought, what is there? Why I'm not getting certificate? Why my other friends got, and they got it just like that. I really felt. But UHV first, when I did for the third time, I heard each and everything and I loved it so much. and I got the certificate also. When I understood, I got the certificate. And
Nice.
with two immediately I registered. Maybe few things I could not understand. There are queries in my mind. Maybe I'm not applicable right that time, but now I again want to go with UHV 2 on 10th of April, and I want to get to understand more, ma'am. So
Very
these
nice.
are the exploration, ma'am. Thank you.
Very nice.
Morning, ma'am. Very good morning to one and all. Wonderful experience. I had it with the UHV second. First thing, what I have explored in myself was the harmony. Definitely, it was a very good thing which I have done it, and with this particular thing, lot of outcome and achievement I have got it in my circle as well as in the workplace also. And the second thing was the happiness, not only to me, to others also. I brought it in my organization. And the third thing, what self exploration which I have done, was the mutual understanding. In a working place we have to have a mutual understanding. Without that we cannot explore, we cannot achieve something. So this is the three achievements which I have explored in myself, and I've got a very good outcomes also after completing my UHV second, ma'am.
So, the last thing that you mentioned, could you just elaborate on that?
Mutual understanding means, I think in the morning we were having a one colleague, he was saying that he was just talking about the late coming of his colleague. So the same thing happening is in almost in all organization. We have to sit together. Definitely
Yeah.
we are also in a very senior position. We have to sit with the juniors, we have to make them realize, and we have also to compromise in many things. Then only the things works out. So I also made a little bit of mutual understanding that he was not able to come because of the struggle in the traffic. He is staying little bit far off in a big city. So I have to compromise. I have to reshift his class from a first to second. Then this way we have had a very good, good things working it out.
Oh,
And
very nice.
definitely the benefit was also to me, to the student, and to him also, and to the organization also. So this
Nice.
really gave me, after the UHV second, mutual understanding that we have to understand other also, their problems also, and then only we can come to some amicable solution, ma'am. So these are the good self exploration which I have brought it on the book of today's class. Then talking about the right 10 key takeaway, shall I explore those things also in front of all the.
If you can just mention two or three of them, then we
Okay,
can.
okay, very good, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Self-exploration in us, definitely we have been our management faculties. We have got number of the tools in the self-exploration part also. We have got a sort tools, strength, weakness, opportunity. This is also the UHA is giving us an ages to work more in this particular area. Then the second one was that we realized that human being is a coexistence of self and body. Means definitely two things are been mitigated each other, and we have to understand that we are not only one. It's coexistence has been there, and that has to be concluded with our body also. If our body does not respond to that environment, then our coexistence is not there, number one. Number two, the other part also, if other people are not feeling well, then in that case also we have to realize that coexistence is not possible. We have to take their comfort also. So these are the two things which the two takeaway which I have got it from the UHV second, ma'am.
Yeah, I would just mention that, the coexistence, actually, in the existence, all of existence, the coexistence is already there. We don't have to make it, but just that we need to understand it. So
Yes,
even
ma'am.
our coexistence with the body or our coexistence with other units, it is already there, but a lot of times we are not able to see it,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you're totally
understand.
right.
So we
Yes.
need to make effort for that. Very nice. Thank you for your sharing, Panjab.
Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot for giving precious time. Thank you.
Namaste.
So, first of all, I would like to share briefly the efforts made for self exploration. So, the three specific achievements what I have got and what I have been getting. So that is, it has increased me my verification with the self. Suppose if anything happens, I am trying to take it as a proposal, and I'm trying to verify with my natural acceptance. That is really a very good improvement, madam. In philosophy, we study a lot, but in practical aspect, we don't try a lot. But your UHV is giving us chance to practice in life. That is a very good change. What I have observed. That is with the natural acceptance first, and number two, second achievement is
that you could physically see.
yeah, madam, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, madam. No, actually, in the beginning chat box, why I have written partly, because the whole 10 key takeaways I have had, but I have not noted down in a journal. That's why I had mentioned partly.
Mhm.
And the natural acceptance point of view, the first one is not completely I have achieved, because I have been trying. Sometimes I am unable to verify. Sometimes I'm completely able to verify. So
If you
that's
give
why.
an example, it will be better for others also to relate to it. No?
Madam, because you have mentioned to explain briefly. That's why I'm telling. Otherwise, I could have explained in detail also the different incidents in the family, in my college, the many situations where I have been observing those as the proposals. Suppose if my missus says something, I have been trying to take it as proposal. My children say, I am trying to take them as proposals, and I'm trying to verify with my natural acceptance. And the same thing I'm trying to tell them also to learn. This is the thing what we have to understand. Then we can live very happily in the family, because it is the family where we spend together. Suppose if something happens, the outside person may leave us. Suppose if some mistake we do, the outside person may leave us, but the family members won't leave us. They excuse and they live together. So family is the first place we have to implement. Then we can try to implement in the society. That's what I have been telling my family members also. And my son, my missus are trying, and I have achieved that. I mean, I have been achieving, I can say, because we cannot achieve completely until the whole picture we understand. That is the first one, madam. Second one, I'm trying to understand. I'm not merely a body. I am a combination of self and body. Actually, previously also I have had it, but now I'm practicing more.
Nice.
That is the second one. Third one is, suppose if something happens, that is only a triggering point that should not disturb my stability, my happiness. That's what I have observed. The third one, the three specific achievements. Many achievements I have been observing from your UHV. However, you have told us to explain the three specific achievements. That's why I have been telling these three.
Yeah, because there is we are little short on time. Many people.
That's why, madam. Many people are actually.
What I would suggest for everybody is, if you make a journal specifically for this purpose.
Yes, madam, I have made.
You can write down even more achievements, whatever you think.
Yeah, madam. Yeah, madam. Yes, exactly. Yes, madam.
Mentioned that we are able to wake up when we didn't think we could wake up. That is an achievement.
Yes, madam. Really, madam.
So like that, you can write down all your achievements that you feel that, the changes that you have been able to see in yourself.
Yeah, madam.
UHV II. And of course, for the sharing part, because there are many sharings we want to go through. So that's why we asked to be brief.
Yeah, madam. And regarding all these things, what my guru says, Paramahansa Yogananda, self-introspection is very essential. The same thing you are telling, I am very happy, because self-introspection involves impartiality. Suppose any mistake also we do, with self-introspection, we don't blindly support ourselves. that we are right and the others are wrong. So the self introspection tells us where the wrong is. But here, the same thing is explained in a different way to understand where the truth lies. So
Yes.
everybody is same. So how can everybody same? Because everybody, God has given the equal potential to all, but the utilization and the awareness is different. That if that point, if we understand.
Just request you to be brief. Many hands.
Yeah, madam. Thank you. And some key takeaways. How to do is technical education, and what to do is value education. That is the first key takeaway from UHV II. And second is basic human aspiration is continuous happiness and prosperity. And third key takeaway, what I have observed is the gap from what I want to be to what I am is to be filled. And the order is first is right understanding in the self, second is relationship with human being, and third is physical facility is to be given, and fifth one is human being is a coexistence of self and body, and sixth one is distinguishing between the needs of the self and body, and seventh one is happiness is a state of being within, not from outside, and eighth one is program for happiness. Ninth one is harmony in the self, family, society, nature, and existence. And the tenth one, what I observed, the key takeaway, this UHV II is strengthening the internal dialogue. That I feel very happy, madam. Thank you, madam.
Good morning, ma'am. Yesterday, I have seen that actually I visited hospital. So due to my pre-conditioning, I have estimated the doctor's intentions wrongly. Before I entered and attended the doctor, I have previous very bad experience due to the doctors. When I'm previously I have got typhoid, but the doctor gave me medicine for malaria. So due to that, I have suffered 1 year, and I couldn't attend my classes at that time. So due to that preconditioning, whenever I used to visit any hospital, so I used to first doubt about the doctor intentions, whether really they are going to give me a correct medicine or not, or they are really checking correctly or not. So yesterday also I have did the same preconditioning that this doctor may not be able to see me properly. But after visiting the doctor and talking to her, I realized that I am completely misunderstood her. She is very good in her profession. She is to take very carefully about all the. So she is to listen me very patiently, and she took it properly. So due to this preconditioning of previous my experiences, I have wrongly taking all the persons of medical field. So this I observed. I used to doubt on my children intentions. Means whenever he used to do any mistake or anything wrong, I used to scold him and tell him, you don't do like this, you have to do like this, and always used to scold him and tell him. After attending UHV II, I have reduced my I mean, I have reduced my anger and telling him politely most of the time, but sometimes he's only 3 years old, so sometimes he don't listen to me. But even then, I am being patient and calm, but not completely. I can say that I have transformed, but I'm trying myself to reduce my anger more and tell him in a proper and calm manner. After attending UHV II only, I am realizing myself that I am doing wrong. He may be doing wrong, but he don't have that much competence in him. But as a elder person, I should have more competence and understanding towards his actions, and then I have to react. This is the second
Yeah.
what I have seen from the self exploration after attending UHV II.
Nice.